Loktarogar. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, everyone's favorite orc mercenary. And yeah guys, I may not be a mercenary in real life, but I play one on the internet. And you know, that's the next best thing. So, that being said, time for another orc mode workout. And you know, today I wasn't, super energetic. Just kind of went through the motions. It's just about consistency a lot of days. There are days when I really just want to come in and smash it, and other days where just about consistently putting in this work, because that's what it's going to come down to for me now. Consistently getting training to stimulate muscle to hold on to what I have, to try to hold on to strength, consistency on the diet, consistency all day long, baby. And you know, that's again, most experts will tell you that actually consistency actually trumps hard work. Now, consistent hard work is actually better, but you know, consistency, coming in and getting it done. Also, I also need to start looking at total regulation of volume here, because I definitely have seen some interesting stuff. I saw Lyle McDonald actually today rip apart Dr. Brad Schoenfeld's research on volume and hypertrophy recently. And he made some valid points, and I think Lyle might be onto something when stating that upper threshold for muscle growth could actually be 12 to 14 sets or so a week. So probably anything beyond that, you may not be stimulating any additional muscle growth at all. And it's pretty compelling arguments for that in regards to evidence and everything else. And I think there's some truth to that. So I need to look at that with some of this. At a certain point, I'm just burning a few more calories. Now, I will state, though, because my reps are relatively low on most of my sets, squeezing out, a little bit more beyond that probably isn't a bad idea. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing 18 or 20 sets of squats, considering a lot of mine are singles, and they're not super max singles. So it's probably okay. But I think there is something to be said for that point, that people have this idea that doing more and more volume is going to equal more stimulated muscle growth. And I go so far as to say, when you look at some of the studies that are showing no additional strength gain, well, you're probably not gaining muscle beyond that either, because you can't separate the two. Because if you really could in your training, then the data that we look at comparing muscle mass versus strength, when we factor in, again, limb length and height and all this other stuff, pretty much go hand in hand, as far as hypertrophy and strength. There's very, very little variation there once basic techniques and stuff are mastered. So there's something to that. There's definitely something to all of that. Again, when you just look at the cumulative data. But you know what? It's kind of hard to sell exercise books if there's an upper threshold for exercise selection and total volume that can stimulate new growth. But, like I said, all of that aside, as long as I'm not overtraining, I'm not worried about a little bit beyond what might be ideal, because I'm still burning a few more calories. And it could just be a little bit of an insurance policy. Again, I'll worry about optimizing things a little better when I'm in an actual real position to gain muscle again, and in a more ideal nutritional environment. Oh, for those curious, I had the exact same body weight again this morning, 225.6. 2 days in a row I've hit the exact same weight on the scale. So it might be stabilizing a little bit after a pretty big drop in the last week. Again, actually it dropping every single day, several days in a row, it's a good sign. Hell, it might even be up a pound or something tomorrow. We don't know. Or it could be down. Who knows? I might be a little heavier because I went to Jason's Deli today and ate salad, and man, I was really good about it. I actually ended up not eating any extra stuff thrown in. Like, I didn't even throw the extra croutons on. I ate a bunch of salads. I put a little bit of bacon on them, a little bit of salad dressing, but I piled the salad up high because I just want to make sure I got some extra veggies in. Because the main thing is making sure I'm just getting good nutrient diversity. That's always a concern when you're reducing calories, is making sure the quality of your calories is good. That's kind of the downfall with stuff like a lot of the flexible dieting stuff, is just the concern of developing any sort of nutritional deficiency. And though I don't think a multivitamin can substitute for that, just making sure that you're getting quality whole food in, I think, is important. And, I don't care if you're bulking or cutting. I mean, point could be made for that on bulking too. You really want to make sure you're getting a good balanced intake of everything that you need. You know, I mean, if you want your body to perform and you want to gain strength, particularly as we get older, those of us guys, my age group, when you start hitting your late 30s, hitting your 40s, hitting your 50s, you need to make sure that that stuff's on point. You really do. You need to be looking at what you eat. Are you getting enough magnesium every day? Is there enough B12 in your diet? You know, things like all those things. You really need to kind of take a look at some charts and get an idea of roughly the different foods that you like to eat. Just kind of make sure that you're not deficient in anything. And it's not just for health purposes, because sometimes some minor deficiencies aren't going to make a big deal on health. But, you know, when you're training, and we start talking about maximizing performance in the weight room or your other athletic endeavors, you know, maximizing your results, maximizing your recovery, you know, nutritional deficiencies and nutritional imbalances can become a big deal. You know, I mean, the quality of your food matters, guys. The quality of your food matters. You know, and I'm not saying you need to go super extreme with that concept. I'm not saying you need to go be living on nothing but some sort of grass-fed paleo diet. But nutrition quality does matter. And again, I don't think that can really be understated. You really can't. So, you know, back to the point, just making sure I'm getting all that stuff. Because I need to make sure that I maintain my performance in the gym. I need to make sure that my recovery stays on point. Now, I'm noticing I'm needing a little more sleep right now on the reduced calories, and I think that's the biggest effect. Maybe I'm not feeling like full, you know, on orc mode in the gym every day, and I do need a bit more sleep. But honestly, outside of that, I'm not seeing negative effects really as of yet. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I'm watching for. You know, can I perform? And yeah, today's workout, it was down a little bit, some of my work sets. I felt like I got short at a rep and stuff here and there, like, stop a rep short, I'm getting fatigued. You know, like even today, I just did a mix of hook grip and then overhand grip. I didn't go real heavy on the hook. We'll see how it feels tomorrow. You know, just working that deadlift in that grip. You notice my arm there from the side that time? My arms have definitely grown. You know, according to that DEXA scan, it says they have. They do look a hair bigger. You know, considering I've lost body fat and losing weight, you know, it's a good sign. You should definitely see my tricep there. It's grown a little bit in the last few months, I think, in spite of losing body weight. That's a good sign. It's a good sign. Because you guys know I don't have the greatest arms in the world. They'll be like, well, you got them hips. You got the greatest hips I've ever seen on a man. You know, I don't know how I should feel about it when you guys say shit like that. I really don't. I really don't. Man, you guys might want to take it over to like Strap on Destiny's channel or one of these Cub Mode, whatever it is he does. Go to Ken Obuti's channel with all that. We don't need all that up in here. You guys are worried about another man's hips. Seriously. Gosh. Alright, enough of that. So I went ahead and did my pull-ups. I just did 2 sets of pull-ups today. The second set got hard. I'm tired. I feel almost like I need a nap. There's Nova barking. He's going to bark all the way through this thing. Brittany just walked out the door. So he's going to bark. But yeah, you know, pull-ups only did 2 sets, and that's fine. Most days I'm doing 3. Today I only did 2. Even worst case, that's what, 6 days a week. That's 12 sets. At my lowest volume, 18 at my highest. Pretty good amount of pulling volume every week. It's not bad. Although as I lose weight and hopefully gain a little more strength on these, I'll probably be doing more reps. You know, people need to remember that. It's like I'm walking over here like 230. 225 right now. These are going to get a lot easier as the scale goes down. Oh, there's Nova jumping up in the middle of it. Oh my God, my dog is so hyper. He's a spaz. I didn't even know he did that. I haven't seen this footage yet. I just threw it on the computer after I finished. And then I did my dips. I think I did 13 dips today. Just knocking them out. Which again, I need this one high rep set of dips. I think it really adds a lot more volume that I might be missing with my heavier benching. So I think it's a good thing just to well round out the end of this workout, you know. Just making sure the chesticles and tricepticons and all that are getting some solid growth stimulation. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.